What's up, guys? Johan Vester here from Johannesburg, South Africa. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. So glad you clicked. Where today I'm going to check out one of my favorite vocalists. I thought this morning, every time I say that, some of you might think, duh, how many favorite vocalists do you have? Well, many actually. When you consider how many millions of people sing, and how many hundreds and hundreds there have been over the years who are just brilliant, then of course I can have multiple favorites. But anyway, Jordan Smith is a man who won The Voice USA in 2015. You might be familiar with him, or maybe not. Maybe this is your first time. Maybe you clicked because you love the Queen song, Somebody to Love. So as you know, in shows like The Voice and Idols and that, they have time limits. So they always do arrangements that are shorter versions of the original songs. But I think this is one of my favorite performances of Jordan's, live performances of Jordan. Almost in every round in that competition, he sang incredibly well. I mean, his chandelier blind audition, is one of the most memorable moments in The Voice USA history, because he sounded like a woman almost, because he's got a very light male voice and he can sing in female range, no worries. But anyway, I loved this performance of Queen's Somebody to Love. So let's check it out.
Each morning I get up, I dive. Can I barely stand on my feet? Take a look in the mirror and cry. Lord, what you doing to me? I spent all my years in believing you, but I just can't get no relief. Lord, somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love?
Okay, so this is an A flat major. He sings that A flat as if it's C4. It's just incredible. Everything about how he sings to me seems so effortless. And I often say to my students, the singers that I coach, I say to them, when you first start a journey of learning to improve, really learning to know and understand your voice, then there's a period where there's an intellectual process, because of all the new information you now have about how things work, that sort of seems to interfere with your natural instincts to sing. So many of my singers go through a phase where they hate listening to themselves because they're like, I don't sound like I used to. I'm like, yeah, but it's a journey, right? But then there comes a time when this cognitive or intellectual thought process that you have as a singer and your natural instincts and gifting connects. And then they get to a point where they go, oh, but that feels really easy. That feels really natural. That feels really comfortable. And then it sounds and it looks effortless. That's how it is with a super, super raw talent, right? When you see a little kid or something singing incredibly and you're like, dude or girl, where did that come from? It's all natural instinct. But then as they commit themselves to a process of developing and improving and maximizing their natural instinct, then you go through that phase of a bit of a thought process where it messes you up. It messes up your natural feelings for singing. But anyway, when I look at him, he always seems like it's so effortless. And that, in my opinion, is because his natural gifting is ridiculously high. But also, he's got incredibly high levels of developed skill. And just before we go on, I was a little bit shocked when I heard that choir in the opening, because the intonation really wasn't very good. I know it's a gospel choir vibe, and I think it works for the arrangement and for the presentation. There are a few of them who really go for it, and that energy is awesome. But somebody to love, even when they sang that love, which is only the octave and the fifth, it was really not in tune, which is really strange because I know they get super duper highly skilled people to, you know, be in the band or whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
I work hard every day of my life. I work till I ache in my bones. At the end, oh, I take home on my heart and play all on my own. I get down on my knees and I start to pray till the tears run down from my eyes. Lord, somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? Every day, oh I try and I try and I try, but everybody wants to put me down. They say I'm going crazy. They say I got a lot of water in my brain. Oh, I got no common sense. I got nobody left to believe.
Hello. High A flat. A flat what? 5. I can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A flat 5. Soprano high A flat. And he just runs up there. Did you hear all those little runs and riffs that he does? And again, effortless. That's not just, to my previous point, that's not just natural talent or raw talent or gifting or, you know, whatever you want to call it. That is developed skill. I mean, he did 1 low A flat so far. So he covered 1, 2, 3 octaves in this performance. That's anybody who can consistently cover 2 octaves with controlled sound. Well done. That's a major platform for a singer to arrive at. But 3 octaves, there aren't many who can do it. And I remember in this performance, the week before, they told him, oh, you have to be more, move around the stage and use the stage, use the area more. And so I remember when I saw this, I followed his journey that year on Idols, The Voice. I remember him saying, okay, now I'm going to take the mic off the stand and I'm going to walk around a little bit. And so he's doing that. And I think it was a little bit out of his comfort zone, but it really worked. It seems real. Yeah, anyway, let's check out the ending or the last part.
Oh, I just gotta get out of this prison cell. Someday I'm gonna be free. Somebody to love.
Here comes the choir.
Somebody to love. Somebody to love. Can anybody find me somebody to
2 octaves. That is ridiculous. I mean, if he finishes on the high A flat, but because of everything is done and all the ground is covered, it freaking sounds like the low A flat. Did you hear that? Sang that A flat 5 again in a full voice pop sound, with a very spread, sort of horizontally spread bright vowel, but insanely skillful. And what I love about him, many singers who can sing runs really well, they sometimes overdo it. They do it all the time. It's like, the only reason I'm singing all these runs is to impress you. And of course, in a competition, they have to show, they have to try and impress. So of course, there's a bit of that going on. But with him, I found, especially following him after his idols, I keep saying idols, after his The Voice journey, I've been following what has happened to him and what he's been doing and recording and touring and stuff. And he does those kinds of super fast, skillfully done runs. He does it a lot, but he does it purposefully. So what I always say is, whether it's vibrato, whether it's a breathy sound, whether it's like a growl or a rasp, whether it's a little lick at the end of a phrase, like a little country lick, whether it's riffs and runs, whatever. Those things are expressive tools. So you use them to make the music stronger, to make the performance stronger. If you just do it to show off, then maybe it's impressive, but it can actually be a distraction to your listeners. So this thing is full of runs, but there's also many places where he chose to just keep it simple. Sorry, and honor the original melody. But then when he goes off, for me, it adds to the performance. No, I think this is brilliant live performance. And I've been wanting to share with you something about Jordan Smith for a long time, because, like I said, he's one of my favorite vocalists. I just love listening to him. So yeah, if you're a fan, maybe you have some more information that you can share about Jordan Smith or his journey or something. Maybe you were in the audience. I've had so many comments of people saying, when I do a live video analysis, they go, I was at that concert, and I love hearing that, because I wasn't, and I'm not jealous. No, but I love hearing from people's real life experience with some of these amazing singers. So yeah, pop us a comment, give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you for spending the time with me. And until next time, please take care of yourself. Before you go, let me just quickly remind you of two exciting things that is part of our company. The one is a podcast on Spotify, free for everybody, called Voice Matters with Johan Bester. And the second is that we now have a Discord server, Charisma Performing Arts Discord server. I would love it if you would consider joining our community there. The links are in the description.